Hi guys, so today I want to show you a ear training technique that will help you as a beginner. Okay, ear training technique that would help you to develop your music ear. Okay, it's very important as an instrumentalist or as a bass guitarist. Very important. This can also it also relates to finding a key of a song. Okay, yeah, so this is just, let me say, the foundation, okay, that will help you to develop your music ear. That would help you, okay, to lead you to at least be sensitive, sensitive to notes, certain notes in music, or in fact all notes in music, to find a key of a song. Yeah, so this is it is an important episode or video, and I think you should really pay attention to it. Okay, so there are some just a little technique. It's not something new, but yes, of course, I believe it is one of the challenges beginners face. Most beginners face, go through, keep on asking, how do I find the key? How do you how do you develop this music ear? It doesn't develop all of a sudden. Okay, it needs some practicing. Okay, you need consistency, you need to practice. That's just the way, you understand. Yes, keep on practicing, also practicing the right way and practice the right thing. Okay, so first and foremost, what you need to know, or what you need to do before you can develop, or to start this ear training technique, is to first just make sure your bass guitar is properly tuned. Okay, your bass guitar should be well tuned. Why am I saying this? Of course, because we are going to use the bass guitar, okay, for this technique. So it's very important your bass guitar is really and properly tuned. Okay, yeah, so what we'll be doing is you'll be singing the notes. Every note you play, each note you play on the bass guitar, you have to sing the notes. Okay, so what we'll do is we would use the major scale. I repeat, we are going to use the major scale, okay, for this simple ear training technique. And I believe it's gonna be really, or it's gonna be of help to you. Okay, it's very good. It's very good. You understand? So like I said earlier, we would use the major scale. So which means you have to know the major scale. Okay, you have to know your major scale. So if you have no idea what the major scale is, if you haven't learned the major scale, you can just just go and make your simple little research about it, to learn the major scale. And if you have already learned the major scale, then we can just continue. Okay, so for those of you who don't know the major scale, is just this. So like, for example, so that is the major scale, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 or 8, then 1 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, so that's just the major scale. So we are going to use this major scale, okay, for the ear training technique. Okay, so I play this in a key of C. So let's use a key. You could use any key at all. Okay, we just want to use a key of C first, for the start. Then we'll move on to the next key. You understand? Good. So firstly, you need to what, make sure your bass guitar is properly and well tuned. Then the next, or secondly, is you sync each note you play. Okay, every note that you play, you have to what, sing it. Okay, I'm giving you an example right away. So stay on the key of C. I want to play the major scale. Okay, so do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. You see? Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. You see how it is? I'm singing the exact note that I'm playing. Okay, in the beginning it might not be easy as it is. Okay, it might not be that easy. Okay, mind you, sometimes you might think you are singing the right note, but you are singing the note, right? The do, the re, you, mi, fa, you are singing, but the key might be wrong. You might be singing in the wrong key. Okay, it happens. Okay, if you are, if this is your first time, or you are not kind of, you are just, you know, coming across this simple technique, you know, yes, you might be playing, of course, you might be playing the right thing in the right key. You might be playing the major scale, but maybe what you might be singing might be in the wrong key. Okay, yeah. So, you know, so if you are able to detect that, oh, okay, what I'm playing and what I'm singing, they are not in the same key, then which means that is how it's, you know, it begins. Then it's giving you a signal that no, yes, there is something wrong. What is happening right there? What's really happening is that you are beginning to sense. Okay, you are now becoming sensitive. Okay, you can easily, you know, sense that you are playing the right key, you are playing in the right key, but what you are singing is in the wrong key. That is a big step. Okay, so when you see that changes, that change, or that, you know, that such changes, then at least it is really it's just trying to give you a good sign that, yeah, that there is something, you know, developing. Okay, if you are able to detect a wrong note from the right note, then that is trying to tell you you are in the right path. Okay, so don't be discouraged if you are playing in the right key. You choose to play in the key of C or D or A or whatever, E flat, whatever it is, and what you are playing and what you are singing, they do not align, then you are in the right path, which means you can sense it. You understand? Good. So what I just did, I played the major scale using the tonic solfa. Okay, using the tonic solfas, and I try to sing the notes that I'm playing, and I tried my best and made sure that the note I'm singing is not the wrong note and not in the wrong key, but the exact notes of the same key. Okay, the exact note of the same key. So I use the key C. You might use your key G, you might use your D, you might use your A flat, you might use any other key, but make sure what you are playing, the major scale you are playing, the note in the major scale you are playing, that notes should I mean, you should be able to sing the same notes. Okay, the same notes that you are hearing as you play the bass guitar. Okay, so again, let's do it again. Okay, so on the key of C, do, re, mi, fa, that I'm singing. That's the same note. The same note that I'm playing, that's the same note that I am singing. So now I descended, I have to ascend, right? Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Now let's move to the next key, that is C sharp. So just take a half step or a semitone, just a step. Okay, that's our C sharp. You might want to take 2 steps, to the next key, that is D. Take 2 steps as you want it, okay? But you could just take just a step, okay? So from C to C sharp, then we continue. So C sharp, okay? Do, you see? Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Now I have to ascend. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. You see, I'm singing the exact note that I am playing. So you see how it is, right? Interesting. This is a training, okay? It is a good, technique to develop your music ear as a beginner. It's a good foundation, okay? Yes, it's a very good foundation to develop your music ear. Okay, so you move from key C sharp to key D. The next one, let's go. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Now let's ascend. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. You can do this over and over again, okay? Do this on, just go on and on and on and okay? From C sharp, from C to any part of the fretboard. You can just do it along the length of the fretboard, okay? You can do this from here. You can also come again down here and do it. Go up here and start here. Just do this, okay, regularly. You have to show what consistency, okay? You have to be regular, whenever you are practicing, okay? If you really want to, to develop your music ear, this is one of the ways, okay? For beginners, if you're a beginner, you are really struggling, you're finding it very difficult, what step do you need to take to do this, to develop, this music ear? What can you do? You are trying so on and so on, but it's still not working. This is one of the major ear training techniques, okay? So do this regularly, practice, don't give up. I know it might be somehow difficult, yeah, it might be, I don't know, it might want to give up because it might not be working as you want it, right from the beginning. But you need to take that step, okay? Practice, you need to be consistent in whatever you are doing, and you realize it just happen automatically. Like, wow, how come you are kind of sensitive to notes? You are kind of sensitive, Then you just realize a song is playing and you want to find a key, you just find it easily. That's how it is. Okay, no one was just born and just picked up an instrument all of a sudden then started. No, they all started from somewhere. Okay, so practice this, do this, and I believe you are going to reach wherever you want to reach. Okay, yes, whatever you are expecting, you would get there. Okay, you would get it. You understand? Yes, so that's it. Okay, so the first thing to do is to make sure your bass guitar is properly tuned. That's well tuned. Imagine my bass guitar is not tuned, not well tuned. And I'm thinking I'm playing in a key of C, but it is in the wrong, because it is not tuned. I'll be playing, I don't know, I'll be playing something else. You see, so make sure your bass guitar is well tuned to get the exact notes. Okay, the next step is to, of course, make sure you know your major scale. Okay, by so doing, you can easily, practice this. Okay, so once you know your major scale, let's play your major scale in any key. Okay, you can play it in anywhere, any key at all. Okay, play your major scale, then sing the exact note you are playing on the major scale. Okay, the exact note you are playing on that particular key. Okay, yes, sing the exact note. Understand? Yeah, the exact note of the word major scale of that particular key. So I showed you an example, right? So just do it. Okay, so for example, again, let's just do it from the key of C again. Do. Okay, so you realize yes, so by so doing, you are practicing. This is really helping you. Okay, you understand? So if you can sing sing the exact note you are playing, if you are really sure that what you are playing, that what you are singing is the same thing as to what you are playing, then you are on the right path. And if you are playing, yes, we are playing the major scale in any key. Okay, yes, in any key, and you can easily detect that what you are singing is not what you are playing, then that's also means you are also in the right path. Yeah, so I believe you found this very helpful. I believe you found this very educative, and it was of great help to you. And if you found it very helpful, don't hesitate to put it down in the comment section. Okay, yeah, so see you guys again in my next episode. Bye.